The U.S. Open has been Phil Mickelson's greatest heartbreak. 6 times he has finished second. 6 times he has come painfully close. 6 times he has walked off the 18th green with the trophy in someone else's hands. It is the only major missing from his resume, the one that has haunted him for 3 decades, the one that has defined his career as much as his 3 green jackets and his Open championship. Now, at 55 years old, with his best days likely behind him, the question still lingers. Can Phil Mickelson finally win the U.S. Open? The golf world has debated this for years, but now a legend has spoken. Gary Player, the 9-time major champion, one of the greatest golfers of all time, has revealed his answer, and what he said has stunned the golf world. Is there still hope for Phil, or is the dream officially dead? Gary Player just told us. For more coverage in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The U.S. Open is different from any other major. The courses are brutal, the rough is thick, the greens are fast, the fairways are narrow. Par is a good score, birdies are precious, bogeys are everywhere. The tournament punishes mistakes, it rewards patience, it tests every part of a player's game. It is not for everyone. It has never been for Phil Mickelson. Mickelson's record at the U.S. Open is tragic. 6 runner-up finishes, no wins. He has finished second more times than anyone in history without ever winning. The list of near misses is painful. In 1999 at Pinehurst, he shot a final round 70, but lost to Payne Stewart by 1 shot. In 2002 at Bethpage Black, he shot 70 again, but lost to Tiger Woods by 3. In 2004 at Shinnecock Hills, he shot 71, but lost to Retief Goosen by 2. In 2006 at Wingfoot Dean, he made a double bogey on the final hole to lose by 1. That was the most painful, the one that still haunts him. The question has followed Mickelson his entire career. Why can't he win the U.S. Open? Some say his game is too aggressive. The U.S. Open rewards conservative play. Mickelson is a gambler. He goes for shots that others would not attempt. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. At the U.S. Open, it usually does not. Others say the pressure is too much. Mickelson has tried so hard for so long. The U.S. Open has become a mental block. He wants it too much. He tries too hard. He presses. He makes mistakes. The more he fails, the harder he tries. The harder he tries, the more he fails. It is a vicious cycle. Now, at 55, Mickelson is no longer the player he once was. He has not won a major since 2021. His world ranking has fallen to 187th. He struggles to make cuts. He struggles to compete. The idea that he could win the U.S. Open seems far-fetched, but the golf world has not given up hope, because Phil Mickelson has done the impossible before. In 2021, at age 50, he won the PGA Championship. He became the oldest major champion in history. That victory was supposed to be impossible. He was supposed to be finished. He was supposed to be a ceremonial golfer. Instead, he hoisted the Wanamaker Trophy and proved that age is just a number. If he could do it at the PGA, why not at the U.S. Open? That is the question Gary Player was asked, and his answer has sent shockwaves through the golf world. Player, who won the U.S. Open in 1965, knows what it takes. He knows the mental strength required. He knows the physical demands. He knows that age is not an excuse. He also knows that hope is not a strategy. Gary Player is 90 years old. He has seen everything in golf. He has played against legends. He has mentored champions. He has won 9 majors. His opinion carries weight. When Gary Player speaks, the golf world listens. So when he was asked if Phil Mickelson can finally win the U.S. Open, his answer was expected to be diplomatic, but it was not. It was honest, it was brutal, and it has the golf world talking. Player did not hesitate. He said, "Phil can win. The question is whether he believes he can win." That is a powerful statement. It suggests that the only thing standing between Mickelson and the U.S. Open trophy is Mickelson himself. Not his age, not his back, not his wrist, not the competition, just his belief. Player elaborated, "Phil has all the talent in the world. He has won everything else. He knows how to win. He knows how to handle pressure. But the U.S. Open is different. It gets in your head. It makes you doubt yourself. Phil has doubted himself at the U.S. Open. That is why he has not won. If he can erase that doubt, he can win, even at 55. The golf world exploded. Social media lit up. Fans debated. Some agreed with Player. They believe that Mickelson's U.S. Open failures are mental, not physical. They believe that if he can get out of his own way, he can still win. Others disagreed. They believe that Mickelson's physical limitations are too great. He cannot compete with the young bombers. He cannot handle the grueling courses. The U.S. Open is a marathon. His body cannot survive. Player dismissed the physical concerns. "Age is a number," he said. "I won majors in my 40s.
Jack won the Masters at 46. Tom Watson almost won the Open at 59. Phil is in good shape. He works hard. He takes care of himself. If his mind is right, his body will follow. Player also addressed the mental aspect. The US Open is the toughest test in golf, he said. It breaks players. It breaks their spirits. Phil has been broken at the US Open, but he has also put himself back together. He is resilient. He is strong. He has overcome more than most people know. If anyone can finally break through, it is Phil. Players' comments have given hope to Phil Mickelson's fans. They have also angered Mickelson's critics. The debate is fierce. The emotions are raw. The golf world is divided. What does Phil Mickelson think? He has not responded to players' comments. He is preparing for the US Open. He is practicing. He is grinding. He is hoping. That is all he can do.
The reaction to Gary Player's comments has been swift and intense. The golf world is divided. Fans, players, and pundits have all weighed in. The debate about Phil Mickelson's chances at the US Open has been reignited. Everyone has an opinion, and no one agrees. Let us start with the fans. Social media is flooded with messages. Some fans are optimistic. They believe in Phil. They believe that Gary Player knows what he is talking about. If Gary says Phil can win, then Phil can win, one fan wrote. Gary has forgotten more about golf than any of us will ever know. Other fans are skeptical. Phil is 55 years old, another fan wrote. He can barely walk 18 holes. The US Open is the most physically demanding major. There is no way he can win. The players have been more circumspect. Most have refused to comment. They do not want to disrespect Mickelson. They do not want to disrespect Player. But a few have spoken. One anonymous player told Golfix, "Phil is a legend. He can do anything, but the US Open is brutal. The young guys are so good. It would take a miracle." Another player said, "Never count out Phil. He proved that at the PGA Championship. If he gets hot, he can beat anyone." The media has been in overdrive. Every golf outlet has published a story. Every podcast has dedicated an episode. Every television show has booked guests. The consensus is that players' comments have added fuel to an already burning fire. The US Open is still weeks away, but the anticipation is already building. The most interesting reaction came from a surprising source, Jack Nicklaus. Nicklaus, who won the US Open 4 times, was asked about players' comments. "Gary is a great friend and a great champion. He knows the game as well as anyone. I respect his opinion, but Phil is 55. The US Open courses are longer and harder than they were in our day. It would be a monumental achievement. I would love to see it, but I would not bet on it." The US Open organizers have not commented. They are focused on preparing the course. They are focused on hosting the best tournament possible. They don't care about the debate. They just want the best players to show up and compete. Phil Mickelson has not responded to players' comments. He is reportedly focused on his preparation. He does not want to get drawn into the debate. He does not want to create expectations. He just wants to play. He just wants to compete. He just wants to finally win, the one that got away. Gary Player has spoken. The golf world is listening. The US Open is coming. The question remains, can Phil Mickelson finally win? Player says yes. Nicklaus is not so sure. The fans are divided. The players are quiet. The media is buzzing. The only person who can answer the question is Phil Mickelson himself. What would it take for Phil Mickelson to finally win the US Open? The odds are against him. The history is against him. The statistics are against him. But miracles happen. Let us examine what would need to go right. First, the course. The US Open is played at a different venue every year. Some courses suit Mickelson's game. Others do not. He needs a course that rewards creativity, a course that allows him to use his imagination, a course that is not just about power. He also needs a course that is not too long. He cannot compete with the young bombers on a 7,500-yard monster. Second, the conditions. The US Open is known for brutal conditions. Thick rough, fast greens, firm fairways. Mickelson needs conditions that are fair, not punishing. He needs a week where the course is playable, where par is achievable, where birdies are possible. If the conditions are too tough, his aggressive style will hurt him. Third, his health. Mickelson's body is a question mark. His back, his wrist, his arthritis. He needs a week where his body cooperates, where he can walk 18 holes without pain, where he can practice without discomfort, where he can focus on his game, not on his ailments. Fourth, his putting. Mickelson's putting has always been streaky. When he is hot, he's one of the best in the world. When he is cold, he struggles to make anything. He needs a week where the putter is hot, where the long putts drop, where the short putts are automatic, where he gains confidence with every stroke. Fifth, his mental state.
The US Open has haunted Mickelson for 3 decades. The near misses, the heartbreaks, the doubts. He needs to let go of the past. He needs to trust his game. He needs to play with freedom. He needs to believe that he can win. Gary Player believes that Mickelson can do it. He believes that the mental barrier is the only thing standing in the way. He believes that if Mickelson can clear his mind, his body will follow. He believes that age is just a number. He believes that miracles happen. Phil Mickelson has not given up. He is still practicing. He is still grinding. He is still hoping. He knows the odds are against him. He knows the history is against him. He knows that time is running out. But he also knows that he has done the impossible before. He won the PGA Championship at 50. He can win the US Open at 55. The golf world is watching. The US Open is coming. Phil Mickelson has one more chance. Maybe 2, maybe 3, but the window is closing. The question is whether he can finally break through. Gary Player says yes. The golf world is waiting to see if he is right.
So what happens next? Gary Player has revealed his thoughts. Phil Mickelson has not responded. The US Open is approaching. The golf world is buzzing. Let us examine 3 possible outcomes. Outcome 1. Mickelson wins. He plays the tournament of his life. His putter is hot. His body holds up. His mind is clear. He makes no mistakes. He holds off the young stars. He finally raises the US Open trophy. The golf world celebrates. The narrative is complete. His legacy is sealed. This is the dream outcome. It is also the least likely, but it is possible. Miracles happen. Outcome 2. Mickelson competes but falls short. He plays well, he makes the cut, he is in contention on Sunday, but he makes a few mistakes. The pressure gets to him. The young stars are too good. He finishes in the top 10. He proves that he can still compete, but he does not win. The question lingers. This outcome is the most likely. It is also the most painful. Outcome 3. Mickelson misses the cut. He struggles from the first tee. His body fails him. His swing fails him. His mind fails him. He shoots a high score. He does not make the weekend. The dream is over. The question is answered. He will never win the US Open. This outcome is possible. It would be a sad ending, but it would be an ending. Which outcome will occur? According to sources close to Mickelson, outcome 2 is the most realistic. Phil knows he is not the player he once was, a source told Golfix. He is not expecting to win, but he is not giving up. He wants to compete. He wants to show that he still belongs. A top 10 finish would be a victory for him. Gary Player sees it differently. He believes that Mickelson can win. He believes that the US Open is not about age. It is about heart. It is about belief. It is about desire. And Phil Mickelson has all 3. The US Open is weeks away. The course is being prepared. The players are preparing. The fans are anticipating. Phil Mickelson is the story. He always is. The question of whether he can finally win the US Open will not go away. Not until he wins. Not until he retires. Not until the answer is finally known. Gary Player has spoken. The golf world has exploded. Phil Mickelson's quest for the US Open continues. The dream is still alive. The hope is still there. The questions are still unanswered. Can he do it? Will he do it? Is there one miracle left? The golf world will be watching. The fans will be cheering. The legend will be writing the final chapter of his incredible story. Whatever happens, Phil Mickelson has given us a lifetime of memories. The US Open is the only missing piece. Maybe, just maybe, he can finally find it. For more coverage in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell.